So welcome back, everybody, to go with my shot of Woodford Reserve here. I'm going to give you all a shot of Business Central while we're at it. So first and foremost, I don't want to bury the lead here. So the Directions EMEA conference was held recently. A lot of news coming out of there. And one of the things that was announced is by Microsoft is that the SMB ERP product, which is basically Business Central, is the fastest growing segment of Microsoft's business applications portfolio.
Wow.
So
that's huge.
Yeah, triple digit growth. So
because when you think of all the what's part of Microsoft's portfolio, there's a lot of products.
Yep. So it's a little frustrating in that Microsoft is kind of taking away some of the granular information that they used to share. Like they used to share like the number of businesses running the application, right? Like at one point, I think it was public information, like nearly like 250,000 companies around the world are running Business Central. Now, or NAV, Dynamics NAV and Business Central. Now at this point, they're starting to peel back on that a little bit in terms of the explicit numbers they share. And they're just saying things like Business Central is our leading product, triple digit growth. But triple digit growth, I mean, that could be anywhere from 100% growth to 900% growth, right?
So very, very good though.
But I mean, anyone, right? For us and for all the Business Central users out there, that's great news, right? It means that you're running a good product, a solid product. It's Microsoft's leading product for small and mid-sized businesses.
I mean, it's going to get resources poured into it.
Correct.
And it's just going to keep getting better and better.
It's all good. Couple little tidbits. One of the things they announced, couple pricing kind of related changes. First thing is if they're currently charging if you have to have a second production environment in your tenant, that's currently like a $500 a month fee. Yeah. They're actually reducing that to I think it's either $300 or $350 a month. So like a 30 to 40% reduction.
It's really good
from that for that. So that's good news. They also announced a free team member type license so that anyone within the organization who's using Teams, Microsoft Teams, can have Business Central data exposed to them for free.
Right. So if you have a Microsoft 365 license, you can actually go on Teams and only read information about Business Central that's been embedded in Teams.
Right. And it's selected information. There are limitations, but things like inventory items or customer information, you now have there's no team member license required for Business Central.
Right.
It's just included.
Yeah. I mean, I think part of that is too, they're pushing Microsoft Teams too, right? So I think if you just have a Business Central team member license, I don't think you could see that information before on Microsoft Teams. So I think they've reworked it to where you can now.
Yep. Yeah. So that's a couple of the things there that I wanted to get through. There's also kind of anyone who's inside. There's Microsoft has had for NAV and Business Central an ISV embed program. So if you're building ISV solutions for the product, there was what's called the embed program that's ending on December 31st. And there is other information. We don't need to get into the details of it, but just anyone who's maybe developing a product or running a product, just know that is ending, and there's information online about what's next or what actions to take.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So it's a pretty good list. That's actually a really good list. Let's see what else I got on mine. So there was a minor update 21.1. I can't recall if we talked about that towards October, at the end of October, because I know we didn't meet last month.
I don't think we did. Nope. There's actually quite a few new changes.
For that one, yeah, feature changes. Yeah, absolutely. So you can access Business Central with your Microsoft 365 license, like you talked about. You can embed Business Central now in a Teams tab, which is kind of cool. There's an auto save as you work. So basically, due to popular demand, administrators can now choose to turn on or off the new auto saving behavior user feature management. I think we might have talked about that.
I personally am not sure why you would want to turn off the new auto saving feature.
Yeah.
Maybe Yeah, we'll find out,
Yeah.
but it's just,
Maybe it's a security thing or something.
it's
Any
just
ideas?
auto saved all the
No.
time. It's just auto saves. Now you can turn that off. So
I don't know.
maybe performance, not sure.
Could be, yeah. And then there's other ones like Business Central is available in 11 more countries. Use multi-line text fields with word mail merge. I think we talked about that. And then there's a sync users based on environment security group.
Yep.
21.2, also some feature changes, not as many. You can use the default attachments in emails that is sent from Business Central. So you can now by default attach privacy notices, disclaimers, terms and conditions, basically any other document you want to your emails by default. You can easily comply with email sending limits through email throttling. So you can set the email rate limit per minute to comply with your email provider's sending limits. I didn't realize that was maybe an issue for some people.
I guess it was, yeah.
Yeah. And then the other thing on my list is January 10th, 2023 is the official end of Microsoft Dynamics Nav. So this is the day that Nav 2018 will end the mainstream support. So it's kind of a sad day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The end of an era. Right?
Yeah. Because it's been, I don't know, when was the first year Nav?
Boy, I don't know. There's some
official from Microsoft.
There's
right?
some old schoolers out there that probably know. Oh, boy,
2000?
NAV 4.0 might have been. I mean,
Yeah.
it was like, but we go back to Navision 2.6,
Yeah.
which was, I think, 1999 or 2000.
Yeah. So it's had a 20+ year run.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Well, it's still continuing. It's just, I mean, they've actually changed the name multiple times. Navision, NAV, Business Central.
Right.
So same product, really, just continuous improvement on it.
Absolutely. All right. Anything else you got?
No, that's good. I mean, otherwise, I think just in terms of like seeing dozens and dozens of environments getting updated regularly for I think all of the environments I've seen, we had one sandbox environment that had an issue with one of these last two updates going, but it was some fluky thing.
Yeah. So
I just continue to see the success of the cloud online version where these updates are getting applied. And I was talking to someone the other day, and we were talking about upgrade budgets, and I said, "Oh, hey, did you notice, by the way, that your environment was updated to this new major release, 2022 Wave 2, recently?"
Didn't know.
And he said, "Oh yeah, I saw it." I said, "Remind me again, what was our budget to complete this upgrade?" $0.
Yeah. Which is pretty amazing.
And that's right.
What customer doesn't like that?
Yeah. So that's what I think where everyone's ultimately pointing towards, right?
Yeah.
Is to get to that point.